Now that we've installed ncompress, we need to back up and compress the directory. The first thing we're going to do is make a backup directory where we are. And since we're in home user 1, we'll just call the directory backup. We'll do a listing and make sure that it's there. And then what we're going to do is archive everything in our home user 1 folder and put it in a file in the backup directory. So we'll use tar cvf because we're creating an archive. We're going to do it in verbose mode, and it's going to be a file. This time we'll use the meta character and just refer to the backup folder, and we're going to call the file home tar, and we want to back up or archive everything. Let's look and see if it's there. There it is. Now what we're going to do is almost the same thing, except we're going to back up and compress at the same time. So we'll have two files. We'll have a tar file that's uncompressed, which we already have, and we'll have a tar file that's compressed. And for this one, we have to change the switch to CVZF. Now we can do this because we've already installed ncompress. We don't want to call it home.tar. We want to give it another name because we want two separate files so we can compare them. And let's do a listing of the backup directory. Use the -L. And what we see is we have a home.tar file, which is 307,200 bytes. And then we have a home.tar.gz file, which is only 20,409 bytes. And the reason for this is that when we did the archive the second time, we compressed the file. And if we want to look at the table of contents in either of those, we can use tar tvf for a table of contents, and we'll use the path home user 1 backup, and we'll just look at home.tar. And we'll pipe it into less so it doesn't scroll off the screen. And I can scroll down and I can see the permissions on every file. I can see the user owner and the group owner, the date and time the file was last touched, and I have the absolute path to each file, and I can keep scrolling down and see that I have all my information.